What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another 10 things that could be in FIFA 17 Ultimate Team. In the last two episodes, you guys absolutely abused the thumbs up button. If we could smash another like on today's video, that'd be awesome. The first one around, we got some kind of unreasonable, unlikely features. The second episode was some more reasonable, likely features. And today's episode, I've taken from the comment section of those two videos and I've tried to pick things that could genuinely be in the game, like things that we could actually see, things that would be helpful for us, things that, not that I don't think we could see the previous things, because I still think that they could be pretty damn good and could be in the game. But these are some of the more realistic things that I think we could possibly see in FIFA 17. As you can see on the screen right now, the first thing came from the comment section, and it's more of a, it's like a sell box. I think the person that put it in the comment section called. Basically, you list up several items at once as a package that someone else could then buy. So you might list up 3 players, a squad fitness, a manager, and a contract. You put in your price of how much you think that sell box is worth, and then somebody else could potentially come and buy it or not buy it. You could obviously set a start price, a buy now price, just like the normal market, and it could potentially be a good way to manage and buy things in bulk. For example, you could sell an entire team. Like, you could just sell a BBVA cheap team. You could label your box cheap La Liga team. Bang, you put your La Liga team up for 7,000 coins. It's 11 players. They've all got perfect contract, perfect fitness. Boom, somebody says, you know what, 7,000 coins for a fitness team. I'll buy that, that sell box team. At the same time, you could sell loads of items at once to try and sell them in bulk. Maybe it becomes more appealing for people. Like, in terms of this year in FIFA, when trying to sell bronze players, they're typically worth nothing. But if you put like 20 bronze players in one, the discard value for a bronze player is like 30 to 40 coins. So 20 bronze players would discard at 600 coins. You couldn't even really sell 20 bronze players if they're the wrong ones for 200 coins each. But if you listed them all up for, say, 1,500 coins, somebody might buy that because it would be more beneficial than going out and buying individual players. So I think a sell box would be a really good idea. I don't necessarily think it's something that EA would implement because it might be difficult to implement. It might be hard. There might be bugs and glitches. As we know with FIFA, there are big problems with bugs and glitches, but it's definitely something that would be interesting to have in the game. And I think, again, when we talk about this sort of stuff, we talk about trying to give value to every card in the game. I think this sort of stuff would give truer value to bronze and silver cards that currently don't sell for anything. And that is the first item on today's list of 10. Next up, guys, we've got something again that was taken from the comment section of the previous video, and that is classic/legend stadiums. They could either be unlockable or winnable or buyable, potentially a tournament setup. On the screen right now, we've got a legend Upton Park. Obviously, West Ham won't be playing right there now. And as we move on to the next screen, there is like a classic old Wembley Stadium. You could also have old stadiums like Highbury, or stadiums like the Brazilian Stadium that held 200,000 people. It could implement these things into the game that you could win, like either through tournaments that they put out, or you could pack them potentially, or you could get them from the catalogue, or you could get them through something like sets. We discussed before sets, like where you might put 10 stadiums into a set and that's what you get as your bonus. Now, EA wouldn't need licensing for that. It's something that I'm pretty positive that they could just implement into the game. And then you could do that with unbelievable amounts of stadiums, but not just stadiums, but also kits. We already have classic kits in the game through the store. Why not put classic kits in the packs? Why not put classic kits, winnable classic kits in tournaments? Why not put more stuff like this, winnable old stuff that is like, it's nostalgic, it's good, it would be entertaining, it would make the game a little more interesting, and it would be fun to have in the game. Next up, we've got one of my favorite ideas due to the kind of potential that it has as an idea, and that's boosts on your players in Ultimate Team. Now, obviously, we have informed, we have man of the match cards, we have international man of the match cards, we have team of the season, team of the year, hero cards. There's a lot of stuff, but imagine if every player had a maximum kind of ability cap that you could get them to just through playing games with them. It happens in real life. Obviously, players progress, players get better in career mode, players get trained and they can get better. But in Ultimate Team, there's no suggestion of better or worse. It's just the player. However, chemistry, as we've discovered a lot recently, does increase players in certain attributes. So why not have, as you can see here, maybe a set of mini accomplishments that give you such minimal boosts. I'm talking like Ronaldo having, I know what the graphic says, that it's got boost up to 99 pace, 99 shooting, but let's say Ronaldo starts with 91 pace. Let's say his boost can actually get him up to 93 pace, you know, complete 100 games plus 1 pace, score 100 goals plus 1 pace. For shooting, score 50 goals inside the box and 50 goals outside the box, plus 1 shooting, plus 1 shooting. Just minimal things, because at that point, again, it attaches you to your players. Because if you've got like a player like Hesse, for example, who I love, and you're really close to getting him a little extra boost and stuff, bang, all of a sudden you complete these accomplishments and you've got yourself a better version of Hesse. It will change the market in a way that, sorry, not the market, it will change the game, but it won't change the market, because once you sell your Hesse that you've got all the boosts to, all the mini boosts to, he resets back to his default card for whoever buys him. They have to then re-achieve his accomplishments. One of the big reasons why I think this will be good for the market is because let's say you've got like 50 different players who are really close to getting certain attributes boosted on them. It might make you not sell players because you don't want to sell all that hard work that you've done on that player, which means you're going to need more coins to buy players that you want in your club again, which means you're going to need to buy FIFA points, which will be good for EA. So not only is it good for the user because it can attach them to their player, it can track a few things through accomplishments like stats, like goals scored and things like that, and it can also like just really help the club out. It can really help someone who could never afford an informed player, but can work their way to the informed player. But also, obviously, like the informed would then also be able to get the mini boost as well. So every card would have the tier to push it. And then on top of that, it would help EA because it would generate more FIFA point sales. Definitely something that is worth discussing. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on this in the comment section below, because it's one of those ones that I think would be great for the game, but I can see and understand why people would be like, no, this isn't a good idea. But I'd love to know why you do or don't think it would be a good idea to have it in FIFA. Next up, we've got another manager thing which was brought to my attention again in the comment section of the last video, which I think is absolutely genius idea, and it's another stats boost kind of ability, but via managers. Now, certain managers have certain traits in real life. You know, Pep Guardiola is obviously the past master. The type of football that he brought to Barcelona and to Bayern was a very heavy possession-based passing game. Someone like Mourinho is always known for, okay, he's known for his antics on the touchline, but he's known for his incredible defensive kind of performances as a manager. So imagine the manager you had actually had more relevance than just chemistry, but he actually gave an increase in stats compared to his specific kind of style. And they have this in Madden in a sense, where each player has actual styles and manager has chem styles as well that helps boost. But you could have like Pep Guardiola gives every player just +2 passing across the board, and it would really help with what you do as a team, because if you build your team and you're like a 5 at the back kind of player, you struggle defensively, you put a good team in and you're like, damn, how can I really just help myself here? You could go and buy a manager that would give you +2 defending literally across the board on every player. And it would be very interesting to see how people develop their ultimate teams based on what they can get with the manager. And also it would help lesser players have more value in the game. Let's say you've got a player who has decent pace, really good physical attributes, but their defending is quite low. Like, let's say they've got 79 defending, 83 physical and 80 pace. And you're like, they would make a great centre back, but I like my defenders to have more than 80 defending. Bang, you put your defensive manager in, he ups their defending by two attribute points, and boom, you've got yourself all of a sudden a sick defender. It would really open up the possibility of how squads are built, how people pick their team, pick their players. The value of players within the transfer market would change, not drastically, but any person that used to have, like, once again, if you've got like a Cam that you just absolutely love, but his passing is just tragic, and you're like, damn, I wish he had like a little bit more passing because I'd use him more. Boom, you hit yourself your Pep Guardiola in there. You've got that passing boost. You could have certain managers. Some managers could have +1 shooting, +1 passing. You could have a manager with 2 passing, a manager with 2 pace, a manager with 1 pace, 1 dribbling. You know, each manager that brings something to the table, they'd have this special attribute on. Boom, put it in the game. It would be great for FIFA. Next up, we got something that I've put in the video because it had a lot of thumbs up on the comment section. It was one of the top, one of the top comments. It had something like 500 or 600 thumbs up, and that's position change cards based on where people performed that week. Now, this is something that would be fun to have in FIFA, but theoretically would be impossible to track. What we've got on the screen, we've got Rashford. Week 1, he plays at Man United as a striker, so his card in packs is a striker card. Let's say the next Premiership weekend he plays out on the left wing for Manchester United. Well, then for that week he's a left wing in packs. And then let's say in week 7, let's say week 4, 5, and 6 he went back to striker. Then week 7 he played as a right wing. He'd then come out of packs as a right wing position change card. Now, while I love the premise of this because it means we'd get like striker Bales, striker Ronaldo, striker Messi's. You could potentially get a right wing Ronaldo, a left wing Bale. For the big players that everyone loves, yeah, this would be great. The problem I see with this idea is that there are thousands of players in Ultimate Team, and for EA to be able to track, monitor and manage every single player's position every single week, I don't think it will be possible. I think it would be too big of a task to try and track and manage all those positions constantly on an absolute basis of needing everyone to be right, because if they then got it wrong, if they got even 7, 8, 10, 15 players wrong that week, even if you just take into consideration the Premiership and how many players play out of position week on week, if they missed a few players, people are like, well, why didn't he get a position change? Why didn't he get a position change? Why didn't he get a position change? And it would cause more problems than it would help. Whilst I think the idea is genuinely great, and I think EA should add in more position stuff, although this would be fantastic, it's just not really feasible. However, as we move on to the next screen, this is definitely more feasible and kind of suits the last thing that we looked at, and it's something that I don't know for the life of me why EA haven't put this in the game, and that is more position modifiers. Either, point 1, give somebody set positions and get rid of position modifier cards. Let people play where they actually play in real life. Obviously, Sergio Ramos used to be a right back. He's now a centre back. He's played centre midfield. Allow you to cycle through those 3 positions. Allow you to play him at centre midfield, centre back or right back for no penalty, with absolutely no kind of need to buy cards and stuff. But failing giving people their actual positions like that, allow us to change centre-backs to left-back or centre-backs to right-back. Or moving forward, looking at this long card, allow us to change a CDM to a centre-back. Allow us to change a right wing to a left wing and a striker to a left wing, or a left mid to a centre mid. Why the hell not? What difference does it make to anyone where they play the people that they play? You know, imagine being able to give Messi a right wing to a striker card. And if you guys were in my stream last night where we discussed chemistry to death, literally for like 3 hours, we've discovered that it doesn't even matter half the time if you got the player in the right position or on the right chemistry, because they still get boosts. So what difference does it make? Allow people to build their Ultimate Team. Like, give people the opportunity to pick up that left wing back or that left back card, for example Alexandro, and allow people to give him that left wing card spot. Why the hell not? And then last but not least, you see on the screen Ronaldo left wing to right wing. It makes sense to at least be able to transfer wingers to the other wing and then up to striker, strikers out to the wing, centre backs to fullback, fullbacks to centre backs, centre backs and centre mids to be interchangeable. Like, there's a lot of positions that make sense that EA just don't do. For example, Mascherano spent a lot of his career at midfield, a lot of his career at centre-back, yet you can only play him where his base card is, and that's it. Like, interestingly, you can play Mascherano as a striker with no penalty, a position where he's never played in his life before, because you can move him from a CDM all the way up to a striker, but you can't play him at a centre-back, where he's far more suited anyway, but has actually played many times in real life. So simple, so easy. It would add more things to packs. It would be more pack fillers for EA, and it would definitely be something that would be huge for the game. But then, in my opinion, one of the reasons why they won't do it is because then it will lose the edge. Like, let's say you got a Team of the Year Ronaldo, and you can give them a left wing to striker card. When they release that striker Ronaldo, who cares anymore, you know? So they'll lose that kind of function with packs, but it makes sense. It would be better for the game. It would be better for the user. Moving on. We've got something that used to be in FIFA, or at least used to be on the old PlayStation 3 that you could then add into FIFA. I think it was in FIFA itself as well. And that's a personal playlist, personal music. Allow me to connect my FIFA to either Spotify or to YouTube or to iTunes, or just to actually upload to my console, my Xbox or my PlayStation or on my PC, a song list. It's not difficult to implement because it's been in previous games. I think I understand why they don't do it, and it is because either they have the musicians that they have in the game, which they pay money to and give licensing to, which obviously earn from the game, and number two, it might be hard to actually get the licensing going forward. Like when it used to be in the game many years ago, social gaming wasn't huge, so it didn't really make any difference. Like it would be very difficult to fine and prosecute for something like this. But in general, how awesome would it be to click on the Spotify, have the tab open, put your Spotify playlist, press play, close the tab, carry on with your game. It's such a simple concept, and I know so many people would enjoy this in the game for sure. Next up, we've got another thing, just a really easy kind of, hey, this just really helps out everyone all the time kind of thing. It's a time-saving, time management kind of thing, and that's a squad contract. You know, we've got squad fitness. We used to have squad morale. We had individual morale until they took it from the game. We have individual fitness. We have individual contracts. Why don't we have a squad contract? It's another great pack filler, but imagine being able to fill up your team, your bench, and your reserves. Bang on your squad contract, saves so much time. You're able to sit there, click one button, get all the contracts on the player. Don't need to say much more to it other than it will be really easy to put in the game. Just give everyone a bronze contract of +10, a silver contract of +20, a gold contract of +30. Allow the same manager bonuses. Boom, job done, easy as you like, moving on. Next up, we've got work rates. Another thing that could be thrown in the pack as a pack filler. I hate the fact that you can change so much about certain things in the game. You can set player instructions. The hell? You can set player instructions. You can set custom tactics, albeit they don't save. But one thing you can't do, which is just stupid, is you can't change work rates. Why not? Either allow us to pack cards that have work rate modifiers like you see on the screen here. Allow us to give our favourite striker, let's say your favourite striker is Balotelli in real life, but you hate him in the game because he's got low work rates. Boom, you could just go to the market, buy a high-low work rate, apply it to him, job done. What difference does it make to anyone? It doesn't make a difference to EA because there will be already a striker in the game that actually has high-low work rates, that has the same or better stats than Balotelli. So what difference does it make? It makes no difference. Okay, it's more realistic. This is Ultimate Team. I don't want realism. If I wanted realism, I'd go and play Football Manager, or I'd go and play Career Mode, or I'd go and play a different game, PES, for example. But I don't want realism. I want creativity. I want to build my ultimate team. So either put work rate modifiers in packs so we can change the work rates of our players, or just allow us to actually change the work rates of our players. When you go into their profile, allow yourself, just have a little tab there. Same thing with like the position stuff. Let's say Ramos again, he's played centre mid, centre back, right back. You can cycle through, okay, I want him to be a right back, I want his attacking work rate to be high, his defensive work rate to be low because he's a right back, or cater down playing him at centre back, I want his attacking work rate to be low, his defensive work rate to be high. Boom, job done, work rates are finished. Great feature to have in the game, something so simple and so kind of like infantile in its idea. It's so basic. How is it not in the game? The last thing for today is definitely something that, like one of the previous things we talked about here, is something that I can see some people saying, yes, this would be great, and also a lot of people saying, no, this is a terrible idea. But for me, it's a great idea, and that's an untradeable pack for a fraction of the price of a tradable pack. Let's assume we know the gold pack in FIFA 17 is going to be 7,500 coins. It's been the same so many years. I don't know why they changed it now. You pay 7.5k coins, you get a tradable pack, you can sell the items, etc, etc. Let's say EA have also in the store an untradeable pack for a third of the price, so 2,500 coins. It's exactly the same, except you can't sell the contents. So many people would buy the untradeable pack that it would actually help the market because it would reduce the number of items on the market, increasing the price, meaning people need more coins to buy the items that they want, meaning they'll buy more FIFA points, yet people who can't just afford to buy packs and open packs 24/7 only need to play a few games before they can afford to buy an untradeable pack where they're going to get contracts and players, you know, maybe a stadium here or there. They might get lucky and hit the big shot, but realistically, they're not going to. I think untradeable packs, not just gold premium packs, but all sorts of packs. The 5k packs, sell it at 1.5k. The bronze packs, the silver packs, put loads of untradables in, load of untradeable packs in the market, into the store, and I think it will generate revenue for EA for the simple fact that people feel like they're getting more for their money, even though they're actually not, because you can't actually sell the items. People would feel like they're getting something, so they would be more willing to spend because they feel like the return on the investment is more beneficial than spending, say, £10 on a 50k pack and getting a 79 rated as your highest rated player. They'd probably rather spend £10 on FIFA points, open a whole bunch of untradeable packs, and actually feel like they've achieved something for their money. I think it'd be great to have in the game. Let me know what you guys think down below. Now, this is going to be the end of the video. If you want a fourth installment of 10 things that you'd love to see in FIFA, we'll move out of Ultimate Team for the next video. Put things that you would love to see in FIFA in the comment section below. We're going to be looking at Pro Clubs, Career Mode. I'm not a huge Career Mode fan. I haven't played it this year. I've played a lot of Pro Clubs though. Any game mode, head-to-head seasons, anything you want. Let's talk about anything in FIFA in the comment section down below for today's video, rather than just Ultimate Team. This is going to be the end of the video. Smash that thumbs up. I appreciate the support on my videos and on my channel, and I'll see you guys next time. I'm out. Peace.